We are live, and we've got something new to play with, and I'm really, really excited to share with you what it is I got. I might actually even... You know what? Never mind, read the description. Yeah, random games and chatting live stream. That's definitely appropriate. I got a new light. Again. Because, you know, that's what I do. Oh my god, does it ever make a difference? I'm just so excited. Hello. A new account? Or a change of name? Hello. Really, really excited. I can't... It's rare that I'm excited, but sometimes it happens. I'll wait for a couple of people to show up. Ah, okay. I'm just, Oh. There we go. 60 frames. Well... I mean, there's only a few people in here. Maybe I'll repeat myself again. Oh, that's fine. There's been a bit going on with me as well. It happens. I'm not that exciting sometimes, and earlier today I streamed and I was in a really bad mood. There was just, I just don't always, you know... I'm just not always in a pleasant mood. But for the couple of people that are in here, lighting is incredibly important. If you can tell by looking at me, it's important. It's what allows my green screen behind me to work properly. It's what allows you to see me properly. It's what allows you to see my eyes, even though I'm wearing glasses. I'm probably going to end up showing this a couple of times. But this is what I ended up getting. The light thing. If you can see that. Kinda. That little light thing. Yeah, so that light. Hello, Liam. Did you catch that, Liam? Sorry, I'm just really excited about the new light. It's changed everything. It's me wanting to take things up to the next level. Oh, actually, it's better if I show it to you this way. So it looks like a mirror that you would use in a bathroom. But I wanted to show this to you because it's important. Let me zoom it out a bit. You know, that dome, it looks like a mirror. Anyways, it's a flat panel. It's a flat panel light. And it was a lot of money. That's the point. But unfortunately, when you want something professional looking, you want your green screen to work at the best level. I don't know if you remember my light yesterday, which was a huge difference. Could you tell how much better I looked yesterday? Like just everything was clearer. But you still couldn't see my eyes that well or whatever. It still wasn't the best light. And anyhow, that's kind of the point. Is that if you want the best, unfortunately, sometimes you have to pay for it. And I can change the lighting. Yeah, so just imagine for the entire year and a half. And I can change it, like I said, I can change the color of the light. Does that make sense? It's like a panel. Like I can change the color gradient, so it's more like an amber color or white. I haven't really played around with that. I can slide it all from my old iPhone. And I can, because it's connected to Wi-Fi. My light is connected to Wi-Fi. It's insane. And I can change the brightness. And, yeah. Anyways, it's exciting for me. It seems like it's a bit bright. Hello, CJ. But that can all be changed from my phone. Anyways, this isn't a flex there. It's just I'm just really excited because year and a half on YouTube and I've never had proper lighting. I couldn't afford it. I didn't know how I was going to get lighting. Then I finally spent almost $100 on a lamp with an expensive LED light bulb, and it was kind of working, but the base was wobbly. Couldn't really adjust the brightness too well. I wasn't getting enough illumination to light up my green screen behind me. Anyways. Oh, did he? I know, I'm sorry I keep going on about the light. It's a really big deal for me. Because I think maybe some of you will agree with me that not the more serious a YouTuber is, but like the more money they put into their setup, you know, like a nice microphone, a nice light, a nice background, like the more you just kind of do for your channel to the best of your ability and your financial situation, you might be taken a little bit more, not so much serious, but it ends up being a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Sorry, I don't really know where to go right now. It was just kind of like super hyper. I didn't even really have like a goal in mind. I just wanted to, yeah. Sorry, it just, lighting makes a big difference. So, what did Boogie say? No, I don't know. Not gonna become a big streamer. So there's nothing going on here. Okay, let me pick a destination. Sorry, because there's already like almost 8 or 9 people in here. We were already in Arathi Highlands. Let me just kind of pick a random zone that I could go to, and I'll take a look at the chat because I'm really excited. If you can't tell, I'm all like, oh my god, you know. So I'm kind of like, whoops, spazzing out here. Okay. He said all kids who trolled all summer should return to school to get COVID. Yeah, so I love Boogie. I love Boogie 2988 coming at you live through the power of the internet. However, all the kids that have been trolling me, I've been getting trolled the last couple of weeks. I've been getting death threats. I've been ridiculed. Everything. What I say is all those kids who've been trolling me, who've been trolling anybody else, should be maybe abducted by aliens and be sent to Mars for a little bit. You know what I mean, though? Like, you can still say something goofy and cringy, but without, you know, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone as far as saying the COVID. Well, that's what I'm getting at. You know, there's a difference between saying... It's weird. I don't know. I don't have the guide on the proper etiquette, on what you're supposed to do. What's the right thing to say. But, like I said, I've been getting some nasty people in my stream. And, you know, it's one thing to say, oh, I hope you get sucked by a black hole and end up in another universe with a bunch of other miserable dingleberry shitstains such as yourself. I'm sure you're a lot of fun at parties, and you know what I mean? Like, you can be rude, if that makes any sense, but without being controversial at the same time. Does that make sense? You could still be nasty. You could be like, oh man, did you hear what Phil said today? Dude told him he looked like he had cancer, and Phil told him, well, it's better than looking like you survived an abortion. You know what I mean? Because who else does that insult, you know? I gotta go, Phil. Sorry, there's just a lot going... Yeah, no problem. I hope things work out for you. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. That's a nasty big spider. But yeah, again, do I have the rule book on the proper etiquette for being nasty without being controversial? No, I don't. Am I perfect? Have I ever slipped through the cracks and said something I kind of wish I could take back? Oh, absolutely. I'd be a lying sack of shit if I told you right now that I've never said anything I regret saying. The difference is, do you continuously repeat said behavior? Is it a pattern that is constant? Some people struggle with it. There's some words that used to be socially acceptable 20 years ago that aren't now, that I struggle to not say not because I don't have the discipline, but sometimes it just kind of slips because you say a word for 3 decades of your life that just gets thrown around, and everybody else throws the word around, and then all of a sudden it's no longer acceptable to say said word. So it just kind of becomes a part of your instinct, if that makes any sense. And sometimes you can just, in the heat of the moment, say that word, and then you'll get canceled. You know? I've just never been recorded saying those words, because since I've been recording, I don't use that language. And, you know, it's quite possible that accidentally I drop a word that's not exactly, you know, the nicest. Because I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. I might look like an angel because I'm in the clouds and I have a really bright light behind me, or in front of me rather. But I am, you know, no saint. I'm back, Hunar Kasorba. Hello. And hello, Simiboy Jr. You're not an egotistical, manipulative, lying, contradicting person. No, I'd like to think I'm, you know, I'm not. How can I get an average of 3 years on Twitch, though? Almost at 50 followers. And I saw that you are as well. I just... oh, I can't even get 1 viewer on Twitch. I haven't given up on it. I have not. Sorry if the gameplay is really slow. I was just kind of like warming things up. I know I was kind of going on about my light, but it's a big deal for my setup. I really didn't have that much money left. But I wanted to, you know, as the saying goes, kind of like reinvest into the business, because I do treat this like a business, like it's a very serious thing. So, you know, I was looking at other monitors, some clothes and stuff. But no! Why don't we buy a light? A light! For X amount of dollars. Yeah, no, I get it. It's a new mic, but it's not. It's the mic that I got about a week ago. It's just a new cover. So now that you've asked about it, if you remember, I had a rainbow-colored one, and it had some neon green and some pink and some purple. Well, because I have a green screen now, what was happening is it was making half of my microphone invisible. Get it? Because of the green. The whole idea behind the green screen is it deletes anything that's green, that's bright green. So it was conflicting, and it was making it look like parts of my microphone was disintegrating. So I had to put something that was green screen friendly, if that makes any sense. But no, I get it. Some people do want, you know, attention. They want... Yeah, I get what you're saying. Again, I'm not, you know, perfect. Sometimes we like to be appreciated, and we want to be able to get some recognition for stuff that we've done, but some people overdo it. Some people want that continuous recognition for the same thing they're doing over and over again. But yeah, me, when it comes to things like weight loss and all that, the next time I'll talk about it is when there's an actual breakthrough. You know? Anyhow, I'm going to log out of this in a minute. I'm not too sure what game I'm going to play there. I was more excited to try out the light, just kind of get it going, see what was happening. And this entire time, maybe if it doesn't take too long, we'll wait a few minutes and maybe I'll do like a battleground, like actual PvP action in the game. If I'm going to be flapping my gums 100 miles an hour, I might as well be in a queue for some type of PvP battleground. So it's like a fantasy Call of Duty with me shape-shifting into a bear. And I gotta take my protein shake, check it out. Before and after. You know what I'm saying? Everything just got bigger by about 33%. Hello, Radu. Yeah, so we're in a queue there, don't worry. Yeah, that item that I got is just a goofy little artifact item. I know it's going to get annoying, but I still can't get over this light. I don't think some people understand. I went a year and a half on YouTube using the light from, you know, the ceiling off on an angle. And, you know, that did me for a while. Then, I think it was yesterday, I bought a new lamp. Had a light bulb. That made a huge difference. But, like I said, something was still a bit off. And, you know, they picture it like where you have one on a 45-degree angle and another one like on a 45-degree angle. So it covers each side of your neck where shadows can be cast naturally by the light if you have it smack in the center. But listen, I didn't have no $500 to be spending on lighting. That is absolute madness. $500 on lighting. I was like, you know what? I would like to eat for the remainder of the month. Let me start off with one. Let me put it in the middle. Right in the middle, which you usually don't want to do with lighting. You really do want to have them coming at you from an angle. And I'll just see how it plays out. So far, I'd like to think it looks half decent. It might actually be a tad bright. Oh, what the heck was that? Naughty elf demon hunter. Very naughty. Trying to attack me. Well, she's not trying, she has. And she's got really good armor. So, I'm a tank spec. I'm not too sure what she is. Anyhow. And demon hunters have spectral sight. Oh, there she is. Oh, I don't care, even if she does kill me. Not a bother to me. Oh yeah, she's got really good gear. For a DPS spec, I'm a tank spec. She's a DPS spec. She's got almost 500,000 health. Yeah, again, did you get to play some Marvel? No. Well, no, because I would have had to have pre-ordered the game. And I wasn't, I was kind of tempted. But with the light... What else did I get? I don't even remember now. But with the light and a couple of other things, I just couldn't really afford it. Yeah, I think, like, so as an example... Hello, Haruki. Yeah, so if my head's looking a little extra... So I could do, Oh, I just right-clicked on her name and said... I dub thee Haruki. Hello, Ahmad. Sorry, I'm just, oh, what happened? So I'm gonna go to the light thing. Actually, I could do it from here. That way you can see. Not that it's really exciting. So if you look at the bottom right, you can see that there's two different bars. One bar is for the brightness, and as you can see, the brightness is barely at like a 25%. So it's barely even up. And then the top one is the temperature of the light. Not like as in like it's going to burn me, but like, you know what I'm getting at, the color temperature. Like, do I want it more like a orangey color, or do I want more like a white light? Make sense? So that's what that top bar is, and the bottom one is the brightness. So it's at 30%. Right there, I just dropped it down a couple of percent, down to 25. Remove a little bit of that chrome dome look off my forehead. Does that look a bit better? Just that little smidgen less? Put it as dark as possible and as warm. Well, that's not... Well, that's just the brightness. I don't want to mess too much with the panel. I mean, I can. It's not like it's going to hurt anything. I want to remember my settings, though. So that's 3500K. That's that's as dark as it'll go, the 2900K spectrum. And then this is the 7000, that's the blue light. Oh, I kind of like that. Except I don't know if you're able to tell me which one looks better. Does it look better at this extreme, all the way to the left? Or all the way to the right? Or you can't really tell much of a difference? Because on my eyes, it looks a lot better to the left. Well, no, but I spent a lot of money on it, so I want to worry about it. Really? So it's all the way to the right. This looks better? Well, it might take a second for it to adjust itself. But this one looks a bit better. 25%, let's go down to 20% light. I had it at 30. Does this look a little bit better? A little less intense with the brightness down to 20%. So we've got the color. This is at, this is at 20% brightness. Does this look better? So this is at 30%. I'll let it adjust for a moment. Because my webcam might do some auto stuff. So this is 30% brightness. We're leaving the color to the left. And this is 20% brightness. So how's this now? On my eyes, this is a lot better. Okay, good. So okay. Good. That actually looks better. I'm glad I did that. But did you see how that, did you see that? That's exciting to me. And again, like, I can do it from my phone. The bloody light has Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm done talking about it, I swear. Kinda. Just in case you're wondering, because you're new to the stream today or whatever, I am not just aimlessly doing absolutely nothing, even though that's what it looks like. I'm just kind of like interacting with people. I am in an actual queue for a battleground that should commence in a couple of minutes. There is an average of 10 to 12 minutes per battle. I just wanted to let you know that I do plan on actually doing something. Because sometimes I end up spending more time chatting and flying around and doing actually nothing. So, light is light. But yeah, I can kind of see the preview a little bit there. Yeah. Well, it's just a dumb light, but it makes a difference. It's taken a lot of the strain off my eyes. It makes my green screen work a little bit better. Maybe someday in the future I'll invest in a second one and do the whole angling thing. I may never really need to. We'll kind of see. But if I ever did get another one, it would be more to perfect a green screen. But for now, this is good enough. So yeah, so I am just aimlessly flying around, but I am actually in the midst of, like I said, gonna be doing a battle in a few minutes. Just for something, a little change of pace. Yeah, I just kind of feel like it's a little bit more professional looking. You know, I've got the webcam outline. I've got the moving clouds in the background. I've got proper lighting. I don't know, it just kind of feels more real. Now, if you just remove the cam border and background and position yourself so that you're popping up from a UI element, or the bottom of the screen would be perfect. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've played around with the size a little bit too. I do, but I don't usually use it. Well, it's not quite a quarter there, but yeah, I've played around with it. So what happens with the size of the cam, I did want to make it a bit smaller, and I also made it 4:3 aspect ratio. I also didn't make it 16:9 like widescreen, like a normal monitor. And that was actually kind of difficult to do. And that was to remove a lot of the stuff on the side. Just so that you understand. And I probably will make it like a tad smaller. My webcam, like a tad smaller. But if I make it smaller, the webcam smaller, I've got to manually adjust the webcam border, and I manually got to adjust my background border. And it's not as simple as just clicking on the point and just dragging it up a tiny dot. They kind of go in increments, and they tend to want to snap to the border of the screen. And it's really annoying. So for me to actually get the background, the webcam overlay, light around, all like symmetrical, it almost took me a half hour. It almost took me a half hour, I'm not kidding. So if I were to move it or make it smaller, like I said, if I did like a... Sorry, let me read the chat. That's like 1/8 of the screen. Well, okay, it's not a quarter, but... Yeah. I mean, I've never, you know, really thought about it too much. I mean, I look at it and it's kind of like, eh. Another thing I thought of was making the webcam smaller, but zooming in my face a bit more. But then that'll take away from the background. I don't know. Like I said, I was planning on making it just a bit smaller, but it's going to take a lot of work. It's not just as easy as just, like, sliding it in. It's like when you, Oh, how would I even do this? I wouldn't even know how to explain it. It's like when you take a... You know, like the drop-down box and you make it smaller or bigger. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I don't need another green screen. I was saying I could potentially need another light someday. But to be honest with you, the green screen was a little bit more for when I go full screen mode. It was more for that. But yeah, maybe in a bit when I take a break. Yeah, I mean, and I've also looked at other streamers. There's some people, their webcams are just about the same size as mine. Some people have theirs at the bottom right. Some people, they have it like to the side but in the center. And they still have like widescreen, so you see like a bunch on each side of their head. And I'm like, we don't need to see your whole frickin' bedroom. So that's why I made the aspect ratio narrower, like the old school TVs from the 90s and early 2000s. Battleground should be popping any minute. But anyhow. Yeah, that's too much math, CJ. Just know that when I make it a bit smaller, it's, if it was just a webcam, it would be very simple. But because I have to align the overlay, which I really like, and the background, they also have to be resized. And like I said, they're kind of like in odd increments. And if you get too close to the border, it wants to keep like snapping. Yeah, no, I get that, yeah. Oh, no, I know. But I do know what you mean. Yeah, well, I kind of like the other aspect of it too. I do like the idea of me being at the bottom right, no background, no border, and that way it looks like I'm in the game. So that makes it very minimal. I do like that approach as well. But I kind of like flashy stuff too, so I was like, oh, let's go with that. Like I said, I could see myself made it a bit smaller. But a lot of the games, there's a big radar here anyways, so not to be a smartass. Well, I mean, I kind of like it so far, like I said. Where my whole webcam is taking up space, to be honest with you, in a lot of games I play, that's just a mini-map. So even if I made it a lot smaller, you're not going to see a lot more of most of the games I'm playing anyways. You're just going to see more of, like, my buffs and, like, my nameplate and the mini-map rotating. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I still experiment with it a little bit here and there. The face cam border really looks like the Portal profile picture, yeah. Yeah, the mini-map is behind me. My face cam is actually roughly about the same size as the whole mini-map with a lot of the junk cluttering the screen. Yeah. Yeah, like, look at that, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I still experiment. I'll try that thing where I'm at the bottom right someday with no background, no border, so it doesn't even look like I have a window. Does that make sense? It'll literally look like I'm in the game. But that's where proper lighting and a green screen comes in, and that takes like super perfect whatever. I told you I'm weird. I'm very OCD. I like minimalistic effects like that because it makes it look cool. But I also like flashy. I like neon borders glowing and clouds in the background because that's just unfortunately a part of my personality, really. I've always been flashy like that. Do you make money from YouTube stream? No, not from streaming. I make nothing. I mean, I make an income every month from YouTube as a whole, as a package deal. But my streams don't get me nothing. I might make like 15 cents a stream. I'm worth about 15 cents an hour. If even that. Yeah, I usually wear all black as well. Black is my favorite. Alright, so this is Arathi Basin, for anyone that cares. It's a battleground that's been around for a good 14, 15 years. This is one of the original battlegrounds, and it's one of my absolute favorite ones. It's kind of like Domination from Call of Duty, where you've got to hold objectives, right? So Call of Duty has 3 objectives in Domination. This one's got 5 points. So when you hear the expression, we just 5-capped those bitches, it means that we've managed to literally secure all 5 nodes, or whatever you want to call them. But in my humble opinion, this is a lot more fun than Call of Duty. It also doesn't raise my blood pressure as high as Call of Duty. And it also allows me to interact with the people a lot more, because I don't always feel like holy shit, am I gonna get sniped in the head if I look at the, the chat for a moment? I can breathe in here, you know? I can't breathe in Call of Duty. Plus, I suck at the game on top of that, so that's really not a pleasant combination. Whereas this, like I said, there's a lot more people in a match than in Call of Duty. But I feel like a big badass. Could you imagine if I did this in Call of Duty? Ran into a crowd of 10 people shooting me in Call of Duty? What would happen? Exactly. I would have died before I even got there. Look at them. Look at all these punk asses. They ain't got shit. None of these scrubs can even touch me. My health is what? Still at 97%. They've given up. Look at that. Failures, all of them. This, to me, is magic. And slowly they succumb to the claws of justice, eventually. Oh. You can run. Oh, you got healed right up. Yeah, you better run. Oh, the bitch slap. And he's dead. So I feel like a real trooper in this game, as you can tell. I can scratch my forehead when it's itchy. I could probably go take a piss at the bathroom if I really needed to. But I can't get too cocky though, because ultimately I don't have the best gear either. I might look like I'm doing good, but... And he's dead. One by one, they shall all fall. And another one bites the dust. It's a beautiful thing. One by one. He's trying to hang in there. I'll look at the chat in a second there. Oh. No. None of that. I want another flawless victory like yesterday. 42-0. There we go. He's done. Who's next? Yeah, you better run away. No one takes me on. No one's got shit. Ugh. The bear must eat some sweet elven meat. Alright. Line them up one by one. That's right. Know your place, peasants. Gobble, gobble. Oh. No, now we're delaying the inevitable. I've been stunned. You're no match for me. Look at the madness, and I'm still rocking 60 frames a second. Come on. One more bite. No, someone's stealing them. Obi-Wan, Kobe Bryant. This should be interesting. How's it going? Sweet Elvin. Yeah, I don't want to know what book that reminded you of. Oh, you're going down. Nope. Don't forget, a lot of these people are really well geared. And they've got heals, and I'm a tank spec. And I really don't have that great gear either. We're actually losing this. But I don't really care. They're all trying to cap this area, obviously. But look at this Slaughterfest. What else does this do compared to Call of Duty? From an online competitive game perspective. There's no breaking the flow of combat. Nothing worse than, ow. Getting teabagged here. There's nothing worse than getting a couple of kills, or getting killed every 15-20 seconds. Then you gotta run back. It really breaks the flow of combat in Call of Duty. Whereas you can clearly see in this game, I don't have that issue. It's just constant battling. Non-stop. And when I do die, it very rarely occurs. So it doesn't break the flow. What should be good? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, they're starting to team up on me. I see what they're doing. Yeah, it takes like 10 of them. Damn it. I have fallen in battle. Oh, anytime someone new joins the stream that I don't recognize, I always say this should be interesting. There's a lot of interesting people, shall we say, that join my streams. Yeah, well, that's how many it took to take down the bear. But I can stealth now, they can't see me. Well, unless there's a demon hunter, the little bastard. Yeah, I used to give people the benefit of the doubt. Obi-Wan Bryant, or Kobe Bryant, or whatever. But now I'm kind of like, yeah, no. No one gets the benefit of the doubt. Can do raids or something to get better gear? Oh, you can. I just don't have time, or the patience, or the coordination with real people to pull off some raids or mythics of a level high enough to be able to get some good gear. But anyways, like I said, it's oh, you didn't have to change your name. It's just sometimes it's weird. Certain names, certain things make me go, Let's see what's going on here. Hello, Aju Kumar. What am I shouting out? I think I'm shouting enough as it is. For what? Everyone can see you typing. I have a serious question. I don't understand what a shout-out means. Because most people, when they come in, I'll be like, hey, Junior D, how's it going? Hey, question mark, you know, how's your sister? Exclamation mark, you know, whatever. Or, hey, Kobe Bryant, crossover, how's it going? But when someone says, can I get a shout-out? Like, I understand what they want, but I don't understand what it means. Because I already pretty much, when I can, I already mention people's names when I say hello to them. But yeah. Still can't get over this light. Huh? Bryant. Anyhow. I think he did, didn't he? Bryant. Kobe Bryant. It's got a T at the end. Now you're making me question whether or not I ever spelt his name right to begin with. Because it's not Kobe Bryant. It's Kobe Bryant. No? That's how he had his name. Let me look at it. Oh, I see what he did. Byron. Oh, I see. You had the R and the Y reversed. Or he might have done that on purpose. Byron sounds kind of cool too. Anyhow, don't mind me there. I've already done one battle of this. Oh, who cares? Anyhow, trying to figure out what I want to do next. Been streaming for 45 minutes. Thank you. Oh. I think I'm going to try maybe one round. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Bro, sing us, I don't care. Huh? Sing. What's I don't get it. There's a song called I Don't Care that you want me to sing? You want me to sing a song called I Don't Care? I'm so confused right now. Oh, I have a lot of things. I sometimes make up words. What's that? So check this out. An example of a word I made. Not on purpose, by the way. It was like completely accidental. Yeah, trust me, you don't want to hear me singing Justin Bieber. I might have the same microphone as Justin Bieber. I definitely don't have his vocal skills. You can't seriously be the same dude from yesterday. I don't even see how that's funny. There was a guy that came into my stream yesterday that was like, "Where are those surface-to-air missiles you promised me?" I was like, "What?" Like it, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of came out of nowhere. Didn't really make any sense. So now someone goes, "Where are those weapons you owe me? The Azerbaijani forces are outside my homeland of Armenia." Like, I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, because it just, I don't get it. Well, shh. You know what I'm saying? Where could they be? There's instances in which that comment that was made could have been funny, but it's because it was just so random out of nowhere. It's like, what? It's not like I've prior been in trouble with the law with like weapons and stuff, and then someone's like, "Hey, psst, where are those weapons?" You know, like, haha, funny. You know. But you have to be Jim Balls, because how did you know that was his name? That's all I'm saying. And then two other people came in. Oh, he's on the FBI watch list. Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I didn't get it. I'm not even gonna bother answering that because you already know the answer. Adios, amigos. That's where I hid them. I hid them in the chat. Oh, no, this is good. This is good. Check it out. Check it out. Watch this. Watch this. Matthew is part of the CIA. First of all, they wouldn't do that. That's not how they would operate. Second of all, I'm not in the US. So, well, right now, this is a gaming stream, so I don't get into politics. If I make a political stream, that'll be a different story for another day. Thanks, Aju. It's just because if we got too many people coming in talking about too many different topics, trying to be funny. Oh, where are those weapons? Like, it would have been funny if I was actually known to have been a person to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then, hey, where's that stuff? It's like, okay, funny, right? But yeah, no. So, Matthew, where am I? Because the CIA has no jurisdiction in my country. So, right there, that's how I know you're full of it. Oh, I wish I had the radio voice. I do not have a radio voice. I have the radio microphone, and that's about it. But we'll just wait for a second there and... All right. Whatever word you want to say I look like, definitely doing better than what appears to be going on in your profile pic. I'll tell you that. But you don't know where I'm coming from there. Maybe I come from France there, and maybe I am French, and I am just learning English for the first time. You do not know where I come from. Mon esti de calice de tabarnak. T'as aucune idée d'où que je viens. Alors je vous le dis maintenant. Vous êtes plein de merde. I can talk all these different languages. I can fake all these different accents. That's how I blend in. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? What I'll say to that is, I'm a pebblehead because there's a word in the dictionary that describes me. But when I find one that accurately portrays you, I'll get back to you. But unfortunately, it might not be in this lifetime. Because currently, in any language, in any dictionary, there isn't one word that properly describes you. So I'm just saying, that's the roast. See if you can come up with a rebuttal, and we'll go from there. Oh, he might have been joking. But like I said, I'm also used to getting trolled. So I'm just trolling back. I don't sing. I'm not a singer. I have no idea where that is. Like I said, I don't really discuss elections or politics from other countries. I used to do that and things just got really nasty really quick. So I chose to keep that stuff for Twitter and other extremely rare videos in which I just talk about that subject matter. But I don't even know where Djibouti is. Like I have no idea what that is. Oh, like I said, it doesn't bother me. I just don't get it. Wasn't even aware there was going to be an election in Africa, to be honest. There's stuff going on all over the world, and it's a pretty hectic thing. Let me try something a little different, a little slower. Let's see what happens in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Dynison was hidden. I guess he was such a small pebble that fell through the cracks, and now we can't see him. Aw, that's unfortunate. But it's not even trolling because it's not even like... It's not even demeaning or funny or... Like, I just legit don't get it. Like, I troll people. This isn't how you do it. I'm gonna have to start making some YouTube tutorials, trolling 101. Learn how to fucking troll properly. This ain't it. This ain't how you do it. But I don't even get it, like I said. It's all about, like, I don't know, but... I just don't get it. If I had a history... Like, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of how it would be funny. How it would be funny for someone to come in and say something random like, where are those weapons you promised me? I'll give you an example where it would be funny. Let's say I was in the military and I got, you know, discharged or whatever. Or I was known for someone to have had weapons and I got busted and I turned my life around and now I'm a streamer, YouTuber, right? And you've known me for 10 years or something like that. You grew up with me. Maybe we served together. And I don't know you're in my stream and you're like, hey man, where are those weapons you promised me? And then you bring in one of the names of the weapons I actually used to have. Then I'm like, wait a second. What's going on there? Hey. See, now Piorum knows me. We had a side deal. You see what I'm saying? And then you drop that in, and then you do the whole, hey man, it's cool, it's me, Jim. Remember we served in the 42nd Division out east or whatever? Oh my god. You know, then there's like a couple of other people in the chat, and we all know each other. That's funny. That's trolling. But if I don't know you a hole in the ground, from a hole in the ground, I don't have a history with weapons, and out of nowhere you're just like, so where are those weapons you promised me? It's neither trolling or funny or anything. It just makes absolutely no sense. I don't get it. Maybe the troll went over my head and under my feet, but it makes no sense to me whatsoever. Oh, I'm sure Djibouti is a real country, but asking me every day if I still have those weapons just makes no sense. And when you say that the CIA's been investigating me and watching me, that's a fail right there because I don't live in the good old US of A. I'm not an American, bro. At least make it believable. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least call it from the intelligence service that's in my country. At least make it sound believable. Otherwise, it just makes no sense. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna have to make some tutorials on how to troll. Maybe that'll be my claim to fame. Because like I said, I'm a prick. Any type of weird, stupid comments, I don't have to be triggered by them. I don't have to be insulted by them. If it just clutters up the chat and I just think it's like a waste, people are gone. Well, there, he's gone. Fuck him. It's a clutter. All right, let's leave the game because clearly these people want some attention here. All right, so let's have some fun. If you're going to come in my stream and you think you're going to get notoriety, you're going to become infamous by trolling me, you're going to fail because I am the biggest fucking troll you will ever meet. But you gotta do it properly. So I don't live in the States, so I just gave you a huge piece of information there. So no, the CIA won't be investigating me. I don't play around with weapons, so I don't, like, I fail to get the joke. I don't get it. That's the second time in a row now, second day in a row, guy comes in, where are those weapons you promised me? The worst that ever happened to me was I got caught with a small bag of weed. No grenades, no rocket launchers, no surface-to-air missiles, all this crazy military shit. I don't get the joke. Like I said, if I was in the army, if I would have served, and I would have been pinched selling illegal arms or whatever it's called to other people, and then a few years later you find that out, we were together, we served together, and it's like an inside joke, then that makes sense because you're trolling me along for a couple of minutes until I find out who you are. We all have a good laugh about it. That would have been an opportune time to say something like that. But it's neither factual and it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't trolling, it was just a stupid thing. And then it clogs up the chat. There's only 13 people in here. It's not a lot of people. But you got 5 or 6 people carrying on a conversation, and you got another 2 or 3 just wasting time. Oh, ban that guy. He's on the FBI watch list. And then another guy goes, hey man, where are my weapons that you owe me? Like, it breaks the flow of the chat because it has nothing to do with what's going on. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And then when someone calls me a pebblehead, it's like, sir, you're going to have to try harder than that. So then you get banned. You'll have to make a new account. You'll have to come back with a new persona, a new identity, and you'll have to try a little harder than pebblehead. Like, seriously? How is that even an insult? So that's it right there. It's really that simple. If you're going to do something stupid, you got to do it right. Because I will start making tutorials. Yeah, but it's like terrible trolling though. Like, it's not even like a funny, like a haha, you know? Like, because I don't get the joke. Like, I just don't get it. There's no stories out there of me having surface-to-air, like, that's some ridiculous shit. How the hell would I get my hands on anti-aircraft missiles? That's insane. Like it's not even a believable accusation. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. And then I address it. The guy comes back. He apologizes. He's like, oh, I was just messing around. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It made no sense. It wasn't funny. But now it's a new day. He comes back with the same joke. But it doesn't bother me, though. That's the thing. I just find it mind-boggling. It just makes no sense. At least when someone trolls me and they're half decent at it, I might give them a platform. I might let them chat for a couple of minutes until they run out of smart-ass things to say. Once you get boring and you lose your use, I gotta cancel you. Oh, my guy. But yeah, like I said, with even such a small stream, it clutters up the chat a lot. That's why I just remove it. Okay, let's see where this guy went. Someone's here. Oh, I'm gonna get shot here. Yeah, he's right there. Ah, I screwed that up. Well, the thing is people just don't know how to do it. They don't troll properly. It's like the guy that said I looked like Dr. Phil without the horseshoe haircut and the mustache. Like, what? That's not even an insult. And that was after he had said a couple of other things that would have been deemed a little funnier. But I kept trolling him back and he was running out of things to say, so what he was saying was just stupid. So I was like, alright, you're getting canned. So I blocked him from the chat just because what he was saying was dumb. It wasn't even funny. If it's at least half funny, you know, I might keep you around for a bit. But if you fail me, I'm gonna be like Darth Vader. You have failed me for the last time. And your ass is gone. It's just that simple. Oh, there isn't a word in the dictionary in any language to describe the sexiness that is before you. But yeah, some people just try too hard to try to be relevant with an irrelevant streamer. So like I said, it won't get you anywhere. You're not going to be recognized or noticed. Oh. I hear something. Oh. Ah, I knew you were there. Doors closed. VIP only. Woo. Okay. You're blue. That's good. Ah, well. God, I hate maps you don't know.
Halfway there. Keep fighting. Ready online.
I didn't see the blue mark on the mini radar. On the mini map, so I thought it was an enemy coming up. Trigger happy. Oh, I thought he took care of him. Yeah, you can. One of my characters is female because I don't like gloves. Right in the nuts. Oh, there's a bit of a long story behind that. Just ultimately just a random name. No, no. No, it's just to play on Terminator. I was in martial arts, I did really well. So I was like, instead of the Terminator, I am the Philminator. I just didn't care about names, to be honest. Especially when you have good names, but they're taken. You just kind of say, screw it. Yep.
Control A. Friendly UAV online.
Why use weapons when you can become one?
Enemy at the warehouse. We control 2 objectives. Enemy at the terminal site.
Oh, I have no idea who that is. I don't follow
Enemy at the shipping area.
war too much in history on that stuff.
Friendly UAV online.
And we won.
A brutal victory. I expect no less.
Yeah, I've never gotten deep in history, and a lot of things to do with history. Alright, now to see my upgrades. Hmm. Let me try one more. Well, it depends which ones you have unlocked. I mean, I like the AK-47, but it can be a little unforgiving. For a submachine gun, I really like the MP5 or MP7. Like a lot. For running and gunning. This one you probably don't have unlocked, the CR56 AMAX. It's pretty good. This takes a long time to unlock. It's one of my favorite assault rifles. You gotta get 5 kills within a minute 25 times to unlock it. So the second best assault rifle, I would maybe say, your typical M4A1. I just like the AK-47 a lot more, but it's a lot more difficult to handle. The Scar is probably the one I hate the most. With a passion. But yeah. see. Let's try Team Deathmatch, because that one's a little bit more wild. Hour and 16. Yeah, I think I'll take a small break after this. Might get something to eat. Yeah, I find after an hour, I just can't sit in my chair that long anymore like I used to. Just can't do it. That's another thing I'm eventually going to have to invest in is another chair again. Ah, don't tell me it's the same effing map. And it's already... Oh no, I think it's different. Oh no, I don't mind this map too much. It is still a newer map for me, though. No, that thing was a piece of crap. I threw it out. Thing was garbage. Yep. Yeah, for my setup, lazy boys make a garbage setup chair. Nah, cheaply built. It's just not designed as a chair to be at a computer desk. The height is off. You can't turn the chair. You gotta hop over the arm. Then it eventually waddles. It becomes loose. You gotta fix it or it snaps off. Absolute rubbish crap. When it's given to you for free, sure, use it. It's free. $500-600 chair, sure. It's comfortable. But it was so impractical that when it broke and I threw it out, I could have fixed it. I was done. I was like, yeah, this is not the chair for me. Well, then they rock back and forth. I had to put bricks behind my lazy boy to prevent it from rocking back and forth. There was a lot to complain about it, but ultimately it was a comfortable chair. Then I had to put like a table, like a dinner tray plate on my lazy boy with a glass thing going across me so I could have the microphone. It was, oh man. It was awful. But for just plopping in it for hours on end, oh, it was comfortable. No, this is my spot. You lost that. You remember that next time. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. I can hear him. Ba-boom, you're gone. And it looks like I will be too in a minute. I like this spot because I'm covered. Oh, there. That was a quick match. Yeah. I need a chair where I can actually, like, move side to side. I can just turn, get up and go. But yeah. But no, this chair for the price for $150, it was 50% off. Mesh chair, it's light. It's a decent chair. All those gaming chairs are pieces of crap for my butt. I can talk crap because I've tried about 3 or 4 of them, all within a $300 to $600 range. They were built like a tank. They were high leather. The stitching was really high quality. But ultimately, in the end, I couldn't stand being in the chair longer than 20 to 25 minutes at a time. I could barely get a half hour in on the chair. I can sit in this chair about an hour and a half at a time. So I can use this chair at a fraction of the price and sit in it for, like a good amount longer. So that's how I rated those other chairs. I couldn't even be in them a half hour. You see all these other people using them several hours a day. Good for them. I just couldn't do it. Yeah. So the more you spend, that's a myth. It doesn't mean you're going to get a better chair. You'll get a better quality chair. Like the quality of this chair is not like super high grade. Like when you hold it, like it's not a junk chair, but it's definitely not like those gaming chairs. Like I said, those things they're built like a tank, you know? But I don't care how they're built if they're not comfortable to sit in. And now with coronavirus and all that, don't really feel like going out to too many stores and trying out too many different chairs to see which one is the most comfortable. Almost any chair, when you've been walking around for 2 hours, is comfortable. You're just glad you're off your feet. No, the price of a chair means nothing. Sorry. When it comes to comfort, it means nothing. I've sat in $600-700 chairs and they were junk. They looked good. They were well built, but they were still a shit chair that I could barely sit in for a half hour. That's what I'm getting at. I had this impression, the more you spend, you'll just get more of everything, and fortunately, that wasn't the case. The Lazy Boy I had was cheaper, I think, and it was a lot more comfortable. Yeah. See, me, I don't care what the chair looks like. I just want it to be comfortable. I don't want to be like squirming around like this. That's really not fun at all. But it's kind of a weird blessing in disguise because after about an hour to an hour and a half, that's when I start to get really uncomfortable. And that's usually by when I want to end a stream or I want to get up, walk around, get some fresh air, go for a walk for 15 or 20 minutes, come back, maybe go at it again if I'm not busy. Yeah. Yeah, that Lazy Boy, unfortunately, it just got too rough. It was too rough, like hopping over the arm. It just eventually, it completely snapped. I still could have used it. The functionality of the chair was still there 100%. Do you know what I mean? It just would have been like, instead of having 2 straight arms, there would have been one flopped over. It would have made it easier for me to get out. It's like a NASCAR. You know how you have to like get in through the door, like through the window kind of thing? You have to it's awkward. You can't just like open the handle and sit inside the car. It kind of felt like that with a Lazy Boy. Yeah, but that's where those gaming chairs came from. That's where the idea behind those gaming chairs came from. The people that do esports championships, almost like the Olympics for video games, and they spend hours and hours. But and a lot of people swear by them. Because they read your mind. They just know. No, what would be an amazing chair for me, like a Lazy Boy wise, would be a Lazy Boy that turns and has a locking pin so that it's not always rocking back and forth. And that would be pretty much it. Well, the sister company of Lazy Boy is Couch Potato. That's the sister company. They make more, affordable products. See, now I'm trolling. Yeah. Yeah, so my point is, everybody's body's a little bit different. And like I said, for me, the chairs are built great, like these DC Racer chairs. But I'm actually in the midst, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And it's not going to happen right now. But I am looking, believe it or not, into getting a custom made chair. I'm looking to buy a car seat, like a whole car seat, and have it customized to sit on a swivel like an office chair. I'm not even kidding. Almost any car I've ever been in, again, is something that's usually comfortable enough that I can sit in for hours on end. I've driven across the country. I've been in a lot of cars, and I'm being serious. Doesn't matter if it was a piece of crap car or if it was a really ritzy car. I've been in a lot of cars for hours, 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. I'm not squirming in pain, whether I weighed 350 pounds or 150 pounds. These were just amazing seats. Doesn't have to be bucket, just a flippin' seat. You know what I'm saying? Just like, because I spoke to a machinist a little while ago, and it's quite possible. It's quite, I mean, obviously it'll cost a couple dollars, but it might not cost as much as you think. And they'll just take the chair and they'll just drill underneath with the plating, and they'll just put like a regular mechanism from an office chair onto the car seat. It'll cost, like I said, some money there, but yeah, it's not as outrageous, like I said, as you think. There's some chairs that you can just buy already made that are more expensive. But I'm not looking to get that done anytime soon. This is like maybe like a year from now or something. But that was something I was seriously looking into doing. Because those seats are super comfortable. Almost any car. That's the beautiful thing too. Like I said, I've tried a wide array of different brands of cars that I've either driven myself for several hours at a time. And like I said, it's kind of, isn't it funny though, that most cars you sit in, at least from my experience, they're pretty comfortable. Like I said, you don't, squirm in your seat too often. I've never really come across that, even in some of the cheaper cars. My friend had a 1985 Ford Tempo, and he was drunk and he let me drive. We went cruising around for like a good couple of hours. What a junky car. It's a Ford Tempo. But it was comfortable, right? I wasn't in pain driving around. And then funny enough, there's some other cars you can get into, like the sportier cars. They have like sometimes a more rigid seat, and they can be a little bit more painful. But anyways, getting one now would be a little bit complicated. Like I said, I'm willing to spend the money, but unfortunately for me, those gaming chairs are not quite there. The quality is so amazing, though. I even tried putting a pillow on the chair. It just didn't help. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. It was a shame because the chair I had, actually, if you give me 1 second before I go, let me see if I can find it. There. My YouTube. Oh, well, there. Boom. So if you take a look at that picture, right there, I think that was a $600 gaming chair. leather. It had the cushion behind your head. But within a couple of hours of me taking that picture, I was already boxing it up to return it. But it still didn't do the job. You know what I mean? Then I went and spent $150 on this mesh thing, and it's tolerable. Like, I can get through an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, but it really starts to push it, and then I got to do a lot of this. Because what you're doing is you're readjusting the angle of where all the pressure on your butt was and your legs and all that. And then you're hoping to be able to kind of, deal with it for a bit longer. But yeah, it's definitely, like I said, a nice looking chair, but I was just really disappointed. Because I know a lot of people that use them and they swear by them. I mean, a lot of the big streamers have them. Esports people use them. And they're sitting at those, I don't know what they're called, like a gaming convention or whatever you want to call it. They can be there like all day, several hours at a time, just sitting there. Championship matches. They're not struggling. You don't see all of them squirming in their chairs, right? They do have great reviews. And when you go into a store and you buy a chair, it's not as simple as just sitting in it for 2 minutes. I mean, that kind of helps. You can kind of get, like a gist for it. But yeah. Anyhow, I I could go on about it for a long time because I tried out a lot of different chairs. And the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in that wasn't meant for a car was my old Lazy Boy. It really was comfortable, but so impractical. And I do know they exist. I might do that while I'm eating, actually. So when I end the stream there in just a minute, I might actually just kind of start taking a peek just for the fun of it. If I can find a Lazy Boy that can not rock back and forth or can be locked into not rocking back and forth without having to put bricks underneath and can swivel. I've seen Lazy Boys that can swivel. I would contemplate that. But if not, I'll get a car seat custom made on a swivel for an office chair. It shouldn't be overly too complicated to get done. It would just cost some money to get the modification done. But yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by. I could potentially be back soon, but I'm not too sure. If I do come back like within like an hour or something like that, it might not be for a long time. So at that point, I might just do like a little bit of Skater XL, maybe some World of Warcraft. Well, of course I eat every day. Do I look like someone who skips a meal? What would make you think that I don't eat every day? I can barely go 3 hours without eating. No, I'm not skinny. I gotta lose a good 30 pounds. Easy. Easy. But no, I definitely eat every day. All right, so I'll be back, like I said, a little bit later. Worst comes to worst for anyone that cares. And I say don't come back. I'll probably be back in about 4 hours. That'll be like my nighttime thing. So if I'm not back like within an hour or so, it'll probably be closer to 4 hours from now. So like 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, Standard Time. And while I eat, I'm going to look up chairs for the fun of it, and I'm probably going to play around with my light a little bit. I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's pretty neat, like I said, in case you haven't seen it. I just don't really want to talk about how much it cost unless you're really curious. But let me see if this shows up in the picture properly. This has really made a pretty big difference. There's a lag there and there. But I only got one of them, though. I didn't get two. But it looks like a mirror there. It's about this big, like that. And you can look directly at it. It's not like a bulb. It's like looking at a mirror that lights up. It's pretty incredible. Anyways, I know I went on about it an hour ago. I was just kind of recapping in case you were newer into the stream and hadn't heard me go off about it. It's made a pretty big difference. Well, here, I'll show you. Lights on. Lights off. That's the quality difference. I mean, that's pretty significant. You can still see me, right? But it's just not the same. And then the background, even though it's still kind of running, it gets a little bit fuzzier for the green screen. It's a little bit harder on the eyes too, because the whole room's not well lit. But yeah. Anyhow, like I said, if I'm not back within the hour and you care and you're bored, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. And I shall be back. Bye for now.